Hello, hello, my fellow anglers and fishing fanatics. Your old friend is here, fired up and ready to dive into another detailed forecast, helping you put more fish in the boat. Today, we're talking about a truly special day on the water, Saturday, December 7th, 2025, right here in the beautiful waters of Sydney, Australia. This isn't just any December day, friends. The conditions are shaping up for something truly memorable, a perfect blend of summer warmth and active fish that you absolutely won't want to miss. Stick with me, because by the end of this video, you'll have all the insider tips to turn this weekend into a fishing triumph. I'm going to reveal why these specific conditions are a game changer and how you can capitalize on every single bite. Let's jump straight into what you're all eager to hear: what's biting and how to target them. For Sydney, this early December period is absolutely prime for some fantastic species. First up, the mighty Kingfish, or yellowtail amberjack as some of you know them. December kicks off their high season, and these powerful fighters will be pushing closer to the coast and into our river systems, drawn in by the comfortably warm water temperatures. Where to find them, you ask? Focus on deeper structures like reefs, headlands, and around navigational markers. Look for baitfish schools on your sounder, as the kingfish won't be far behind. For tactics, heavy spinning or bait casting outfits are a must. Think jigs, especially those in natural baitfish colors, or live baits like squid, which are often irresistible to a hungry kingfish. Work your lures with an erratic retrieve to mimic a struggling baitfish, and be ready for an explosive strike. Next, for those who appreciate a delicious feed, we're talking about whiting. These beauties absolutely thrive in the warmer summer waters, making early December an excellent time to target them. You'll find them actively foraging in shallower areas, particularly over sandbanks, seagrass beds, and along the edges of estuaries and sheltered beaches. They also love a bit of structure near sandy patches. A light estuary outfit, perhaps a 9 to 10 foot beach rod for surf whiting, with a 2 to 4 kilogram line, is perfect. For bait, fresh beachworms, pippies, or nippers are the go-to. They're simply irresistible to whiting. A simple running sinker rig with a small, sharp hook is all you need. Focus your efforts during the rising tide, especially around dawn and dusk when they'll be actively foraging. Then, for a bit of a tussle and some acrobatic action, we have the ever-reliable Australian salmon. These fish are active year-round, and you'll find them both inshore and offshore. They're highly nomadic and often chase baitfish schools, so keep an eye out for diving birds or splashing bait on the surface. That's your telltale sign. They frequent rocky headlands, surf beaches, and estuary mouths. A light to medium spinning rod with a 10 to 15 pound braided line is ideal. Slices, small poppers, or soft plastics that imitate baitfish are incredibly effective. Cast them out, retrieve quickly, and be prepared for explosive strikes and aerial acrobatics. It's exhilarating. Finally, let's talk about the ever-popular flathead. While December is technically considered a low season for some flathead species like the blue-spotted, you can still find them, especially if you know where to look. They're ambush predators, so they'll be lying in wait. Focus on sandy or muddy bottoms along drop-offs, channel edges, and around submerged structures in estuaries. Soft plastics, especially those resembling prawns or small baitfish, are deadly when worked slowly along the bottom. Fresh or frozen pilchards and prawns can also yield great results. Keep your retrieves slow and methodical, covering ground to find where they're hiding. Now, let's break down the conditions for Saturday, December the 7th, 2025. Weather. For Sydney, we're looking at generally pleasant summer weather. Daytime temperatures will hover around 19 degrees Celsius in the morning, rising to about 19 degrees Celsius by noon, and settling back to 18 degrees Celsius in the evening and night. This is comfortable, warm, but not scorching heat. Importantly, there's very little significant rainfall expected, with only trace amounts in the morning and evening, meaning clear skies and generally comfortable fishing conditions. The wind will be light to moderate, likely from the northeast, which is quite manageable and shouldn't hinder your casting too much. However, pay attention to the atmospheric pressure. It's currently around 29.94 inches of mercury, and has been stable, but a slight falling trend is expected over the next 6 hours. This falling pressure can sometimes make fish a bit finicky, pushing them slightly deeper or making them less aggressive, so keep that in mind. Water temperature. The sea temperature in Sydney's waters is playing a key role. The average sea temperature in December hovers comfortably between 21 and 22 degrees Celsius. This warm water is a huge driver for the activity of a variety of species, bringing them into shallower, more accessible areas. It directly influences their metabolism and feeding patterns, signaling that it's time to be out and about. Moon phase. Now for a bit of lunar wisdom. On December 7th, 2025, we'll be under a waning gibbous moon with an illumination of between 85 and 95%. This is just 2 to 3 days after the full moon, and many seasoned anglers believe this phase can be fantastic for fishing. The increased moonlight often means stronger tides and currents, which can stir up bait fish and get predatory species on the hunt. While the pressure might be slightly falling, the strong tidal movement from the moon phase could counteract some of that negative effect. Overall activity. Considering the stable, warm weather, inviting water temperatures, and an energetic, waning gibbous moon, my overall assessment for December 7th, 2025 in Sydney is a good to excellent bite, but potentially capricious, due to the falling atmospheric pressure. The conditions are near perfect for active feeding, especially during the early morning and late afternoon periods. The warm water is stimulating metabolism, and the active moon phase will get the bait moving. However, that slight pressure drop means you might need to work a little harder to entice bites at times. So, my friends, arm yourselves with your favorite gear, head out to your chosen spot, and embrace what promises to be a fantastic day on the water. May your lines be tight and your catches plentiful. I wish you all, as always, tight lines and ni chvosta, ni cheshwi. Don't forget to hit that like button if you found this forecast helpful, subscribe to the channel for more tips and predictions, and ring that notification bell so you never miss an update. And tell me in the comments below, what are your plans for this weekend? What's your go-to bait for kingfish in December? I love hearing your stories and insights.